Why take advantage of PR? This is what we're talking in this episode. And to give you a little taste of what PR could do for you, why you should take advantage of it, I invite you to click on the link at the bottom of this episode where I'm inviting you to a 3 times 30 minutes, like it's a 3-day challenge, but it's 30 minutes only a day. So to give you a sense of what public relations can do for you and how you can take advantage of it, it's free. And this is just to give you an idea of what the Nata PR School could do for you. Bonjour. Hello, everyone. I'm Nata, host of the Nata PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager, and you're about to launch a new product or service, or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At Nata PR, we deal with real clients every day, and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening and let's get started. Bonjour, hello, and welcome to the 165th episode of the Nata PR School podcast. Why take advantage of public relations? My friend, I'm happy you're here. Friends, hopefully not just one. If you're just one, I'm happy too, but hopefully there's more than one of you listening to this podcast, and I know you are. So thank you for listening, by the way. And so why take advantage of PR? We all know this, right? So influence is taking a lot of space, and you might be wondering why you should be continuing to use public relations if you are using it right now. This is a question that is asked by several brands, including some of our clients, because we hear so much about social media. It's understandable. That's why I've decided to explore this theme of taking advantage of PR in this podcast, because I strongly believe you should, not just because this is my profession, but because I've been around for so long. As many of you know, I'm not at the beginning of my career. And I remember this era when internet was not even there, when internet was not even invented. All this to say that I have this vision of how the web is evolving and how PR is evolving through this. Of course, I'm certainly one of the last last person at the Nata PR agency to watch traditional television in its format right now. And I still read printed newspapers and printed magazines. Of course, I do. This is one part of the thing I do regarding my researches, knowing what's happening out there. But I'm also looking at many online platforms as well. Maybe you're like my young colleagues from generations Y, Z, and A. No? You don't read any printed newspaper, but you get your information online. So like them, like you, my friends, my PR friends, I continue to evolve and read so many publications online. And I really love how many of them, the big ones, the New York Times, Le Monde, Vogue, and many others, how they use TikTok, Instagram, because it allows me to consult even more publications than I used to. So this is something that I love. And I love to see how they evolve as well. So, why continue to leverage public relations? Why should you take advantage of it? 3 main reasons. The first one is to continue maximizing your online visibility. Why? Because 80% of our results are online. If Le Monde is talking about you, they have a iPad version, they have an online version. So you are online quite a bit. So many more. You're exposing yourself to way more potential clients. So that's the first reason, to continue maximizing your online visibility. Of course, social media can help you, but this goes faster, really faster, further, for sure. Second reason why you should leverage public relations, to avoid letting the space to your competitors, because you don't want to leave them have all these amazing occasions, amazing visibility, online visibility in top tier magazines like Elle, Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, Figaro, Chatelaine, so you don't want just your competitors to be there. You want to be there as well. And if you don't communicate to this media, I can confirm, I can assure you, you will not be there. They don't have time to do those type of researches. So that's number 2. Number 3 is to allow you to stay strategic, to communicate intelligently, as I say. It forces you to think, what should I send? What information? Because, you just don't send anything to journalists and influencers. It has to have a meaning. It has to be strategic. It has to be smart. So it helps you keep communicating in a smart way. So these are the 3 reasons. First one, keep maximizing your online visibility. Number 2, avoid ceding, letting your competitors have all the space and the visibility. That's number 2. Number 3, maybe this could be number 1 for you. It would be number 1 for me. Number 3, and it allows you, if you keep doing PR, to keep communicating in a very smart way. So what do the major companies, there's a coach out there, Selena, and I love what she says, it's follow the leaders. So I'm going to mention it, but I want to say that I haven't created it. And I really like to say, what are those, companies you love, you admire, those that have a lot of success, those major ones. What are they doing to increase their visibility? 3 main things. Of course, they implement an online and traditional advertising program, for sure. They also have an influencer program, both organic and paid, with influencers, for sure. And they use public relations. And know that for their organic and sometimes even paid influencer program, they use their PR agency. This is what we do for so many of our clients. It makes complete sense because it goes hand in hand. If you create a calendar of PR, well, good chances are you're going to use it later on for your social media platforms. So these are 3 things they do. Of course, they have an online and traditional advertising program. They have an influencer program. They have a public relations program, for sure, because more than 80% of their results will be online. So they want to take advantage of it, and they do. So you should as well. Why not take advantage of public relations, my friend? Because you can. It's not crazy expensive. You can even do it on your own. This is what I teach at the Nata PR School. So, but if you want to know more, you heard me in the intro of this episode. I have it 3 times 30 minutes. I call it a 3-day challenge, but it's 30 minutes per day, just to give you a taste of what the program can give you. So we will open the door. I don't know when of the Nata PR School. They're closed right now. I have a group of students that I'm working with, but you know that 90% of my time I spend managing the Nata PR agency still. So eventually, I hope it's going to be a 50-50. We'll see. We'll see what the future will bring us. All this to say that there's not a day at the Nata PR agency where we develop a proposal that doesn't have, first, of course, a public relations program, and of course, an influencer program, organic and paid. So yes, as you know, so these programs share many, PR and social media, they have many things in common. Listen to this. I'm going to give you an example. If you don't do PR, it's not going to happen. But if you do PR, it will. You cannot plan it, but if you don't do it, it's never going to happen. This is my example. So we were recently sending to Elle magazine I think it was about 60 kohl pencil, makeup kohls from a company, from one of our clients. And the Elle journalist and the team was so impressed. So they did a TikTok showing how they were using the kohl. So maybe, 6, 7 girls were picking some colors and presenting it. So that was just crazy amazing. So this is where, PR and social media can join forces, really. See? Just a small example. And if you establish a partnership, let's say, with an influencer, and you decide to use that influencer for a campaign, an ad campaign, you even present them on some of your images, campaign images, well, you should know that traditional media outlets, they want to know about it. They want to know that story. But if you don't send them a press release about, why you chose this influencer and what type of campaign you're doing with that influencer, they won't talk about it. But they will. Many of them might be interested by that. So once again, if you don't communicate to journalists and influencer, of course, these opportunities will not be extended to you. There's too many brands out there. They don't have our friend journalists the time they used to have back in the days to do a lot of researches. Some still do, but it depends on what sector, what industry you're in. But if you are in the beauty industry, you better communicate, my friend. Too many brands out there. So if you're not among these propositions, and you're not in front of their eyes, it's like you don't exist. It's like you don't do anything on social media. Really, it's exactly the same thing. Voila. So I hope you'll be checking out the 3-day challenge. It's 30 minutes per day, so it's very short. And let me know what you think. And more than anything, I'm happy you're here today. Hopefully this podcast is helping you understand how PR works and how you can take advantage of it, because you should. And more than anything, of course, I hope you'll be joining me next week. À la semaine prochaine. Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the Nata PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.